Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is December 3rd, another Friday. One of my readers then left a message to me, want me to analyze on Salesforce. I think he has this stock, but suddenly it dropped more than 10% a few days ago. So this morning I spent about 1.5 hours to study the quarterly report. She called it Q-10 from this year's August to October. Very bad. The performance is very bad, so it's very disappointing. Today we will analyze it and then we go for, I think yesterday a lot of investors, including me, will be happy because yesterday Dow Jones rebound more than 600 points, right? So although we know that actually one day before it dropped it quite terrible, but US stock has this, she is attractive because she drops, but she rebounds very quick. And the stock rebounds as well. It's not only the index rebounds, the stock also rebounds. And this is the point that attracts a lot of people for go to the US stock market because it rebounds. It not only drops, but Hong Kong stock is only drops. It only drops, but no rebound. Nearly for 1 year already. Now it's December, and this happened for 9 months already. So it's quite disappointing. All right. Okay, our Falcon portfolio, 91%. So very quick, we will look at. I have added Nasdaq into our Hong Kong portfolio, but not for the Falcon portfolio. Maybe we will. And if you have any stock then you want me to analyze or want me to discuss, you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. So this is our covering and Salesforce. We discussed Salesforce, this stock, for 2 or 3 times before, but I never have the intention to buy this stock because I'm not quite agree with its business model. Although in the past, the stock price goes very strong, but I never have the intention to buy this stock because I don't think that it has the mold. This is the problem. I don't think that it has the mold. And now that you can see, okay, we will go to that very soon. Let us go for some headlines first. This is our Falcon portfolio. We have Nasdaq's performance for the same period is 98%, and our portfolio is 91%. How about this year? This year we have 21% increment, 21%. We still have some cash, right? We still have about 20% is cash. So look at Nasdaq for 1 year, for this year. The Nasdaq index increased it. How much? 24%. Very easy. Now you don't need to calculate by yourself. You just go into Google. And then you can see 1 day, 5 day, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 year, right? So you can see 1 year. The Nasdaq index increased at 24%, and we increased at 21%. But I don't think that anyone will bring me on 3%, right? But look at the Nasdaq stock. The Nasdaq stock price increased at 61% for the past year. So why you buy another stock? That's the reason that I added Nasdaq, this stock, into our Hong Kong portfolio. Most probably we will add into the Falcon portfolio as well, but I'm not hurried to do that because very quick will be Christmas and then the New Year. So let's wait and see. But you should ask yourself, this is safe enough, right? Because there's only one Nasdaq in this world. Only one Nasdaq in this world. If for for technology stock, everyone goes into the Nasdaq stock, right? So is it safe enough? I think it is safe enough, right? So many years before, it's more than 15 years before, right? When I just went into the stock market for a few years, I learned it from a book. There's one phrase I learned from that book is, if you can't beat the enemy, join him. Right? If you can't beat Nasdaq, then join it. Right? I think this is very reasonable, right? I don't think that you can easily beat Nasdaq. Even us, we have 21% this year, right? But she has 24%, right? Still leading us 3%. For 22 months, she leads us 7%. It's not very easy for you to beat Nasdaq, so join it. Right? You can see the result. Then why are you still buying another stock, right? And look at the PE ratio, less than 30. Less than 30. So yesterday, Dow Jones rebound more than 600 points, right? So I think investors, including me, will be happy, right? Not worrying. I did not worry on one day before, because we know I know that it's just like another delta, maybe another delta. So if for 1 and 2 weeks pass and they find out that this Omicron is nearly the same as Delta, then the market will rise up again. But maybe after the New Year holiday, maybe on 2022. So I'm not worrying. So do not sell your stock if they are good stock. Do not sell it. Right? The market always shake. The market always shake, then want you to sell your stock. When you sell your stock, then someone will buy it at a cheap price. They will do that. When you get hold of a good stock, just get hold of it. So Nasdaq, right? Yesterday, Nasdaq is not dropping too many, so it's not rised a lot. It just rised less than 1%. Less than 1%. But you can see at the lower right-hand corner, the 52-week high is just less than 1,000 points from this. So very quickly, just few days, it can have a new high. Let's go for some headline news first. And Didi and Pinduoduo Didi already delisted from the US stock market, and Pinduoduo is coming. So a lot of China stock will be delisted from the US stock market, and most probably they will go to Hong Kong market. They will go for public listed in Hong Kong, and trying to attract the US money, or the money from Europe, from Japan to invest. But I think they think too much, right? I don't think that it will be the case, because look at the everyday total transaction in Hong Kong is very low. It's very low for 9 months already. If you are holding for Didi, I just go into the website and see the share price already dropped at half from its IPO. If you have a lot of China stock in the US market, then I think you should think about that, right? Because once the news come, you won't become zero, right? Because they will pay you back, but the share price will drop a lot. So be careful on that. If you are still holding China stock in US market, then you should think about it. Then that's what it is. This is funny, right? This is funny. I tell you a story, right? Take a look on this headlines, right? And then he said he is 53 and his wife is 54. They are very similar age as me, and they have 1.4 million US dollar retirement. Then is 100% in equities. Equities means stock and crypto. Then what should I do now for retirement? I tell you one story I heard. It's not happened in Hong Kong. It happened in UK. One lady, then she said, many years before, she bought some Bitcoin. Maybe a lot, I don't know. Very cheap price. Now she is very rich. Very rich, maybe more than few million pounds. But one day, she went into maybe PayPal or the others. Then she want to exchange it back to pounds. And then that, I don't know which one, she didn't say. Said, we can't do it for you because you are suspected for money laundering. They have to ask the related community, maybe for the government. She is very upset. She said, I just bought it by my regular money. I didn't do any money laundering. It's all legal. But then this is what it is. So I think these couples, maybe their 1.4 million included a lot from the crypto, maybe more than a million. All right. So has to be very careful on that. If all your money is from the crypto, and then you have to aware that when you want to exchange it back to the money, then maybe someone may suspect you to be money laundering, right? So what my suggestion for them is buy some ETF, maybe S&P, right? That's it, right? So that's the case. So be careful on that. PayPal yesterday have quite a rebound, and a lot of readers ask me, is it time to all in for PayPal, right? Square sure is too expensive. Square still has 200 PE, right? Is very obvious is too expensive. And for PayPal, I think it hits the bottom for this season already, but I'm not sure. It's not because this is fintech or not. Not this case. The case is, will it catch up? When it hits the bottom, it doesn't mean that it will rebound. Hits the bottom is hits the bottom. Rebound is rebound. Two different issues. So I still need to observe more than one season, at least one season, to see if the net income or the revenue will be increased in better way than this quarter, because this quarter is slow down. If it keeps on slow down, right? If it keeps on slow down, then this is the price. I don't know. I still need some time to observe. So don't buy too quick. Don't buy too quick. All right. A lot of people saying that it will quickly bounce up to 240, or some even say 280. I don't know. Maybe the case, maybe not the case. So be patient and observe it wait for 2 months. 2 months more, then you will see the new quarter report. Then we can have more data to decide. So Cathie Wood said, my stock aren't in a bubble, but yours may be. This is totally bullshit. Totally bullshit. So I have a name for her. It's 1 year god of the stock, right? It's 1 year, only 1 year, right? This year she is shit. So just by talking is no use. I always said in my Hong Kong channel, just by talking is no use. All right, so let's take a look. This is her performance, right? And she loaded Twitter after stock hit the year low. Hit the year low, it doesn't mean it's the lowest point. It just hit the year low. I won't buy Twitter because a few months before, I checked the financial performance, not good. If you ask me which one I will buy for the social media, the first one is Google. And the second one is Facebook. I will not buy Twitter. Not the third one, sorry. I will not buy Twitter. She always thinking that when it hits the low, it will rebound. Wrong. Totally wrong. I learned a lot of lessons from this This shit theory, when it hits the bottom, it may go further bottom. It depends on the performance. If the market is a fear market. Take a look on this. This is her ETF's 1 year performance. Drop 13%. Remember, the Nasdaq increased at 21%. So why should you still invest in ETF? You tell yourself one reason. Nasdaq not safe? Very safe, right? It has the mole. Only one Nasdaq in this world. And what's the PE? Less than 30. So what's the choice, right? Okay, we go for Salesforce. And remember 1 year before, Salesforce spent a lot of money to buy Slack. Slack is one software. It's like a WhatsApp. It's like WhatsApp, but it is for a group, for business, not for personal. I trying to install Slack, but I can't because I don't have a company name. All right, 1 year before, it's already 1 year before, but it contributes to the revenue, but not the net income. I do not want to repeat what Salesforce did because I discussed this for 2 or 3 times already. So you can take a look on the screen. Then this is what, those are the functions. When you join Salesforce and subscribe and pay the monthly fee, then they will help you in those aspects, right? Mainly is for you to have a statistic on the customer's behavior, and then you will see which part or which segment then you should do better, and which segment you should contact the customer, and then ask the customer to join which functions. Then if they join, then they will pay more for the subscribe fee. That's what their income comes from. So you can see the share price or the share price history of Salesforce. You can see it quite strong. Well, this is quite strong. This is a 5 year. Quite strong. It goes from about 60 something to now is very strong, right? To now is very strong. But you can see that actually the performance of this quarter is very bad. And take a look on the PE, 140. This is an old company. Salesforce is established from 1999. That means 22 years from now already. This is not a new company, right? Not new anymore. Take a look on Salesforce August to October performance. Quite clear, right? Revenue increased year over year, increased 26.6%. And the revenue, nearly more than 80% of the revenue comes from the subscription fee. That means you subscribe and then use the function, then she get the income. And for professional service, maybe as a consultant, then it just, I think it's less than 7% from that. So 93%, 94% comes from the subscription. And the net income, you can see, very low, the net income. You can see just for revenue of 6.86 billion, the net income only 0.46, right? And the net income dropped at 56.7%, dropped a half from last year. What happened? Right? And for the cash, decreased at 23%. Even for the security, that means the stock, decreased at nearly 20%. Maybe she bought a lot of Salesforce stock, right? And for the long-term debt, increased at 30 times. 1 year before, the long-term debt is just 0.42 billion. And then now it's 12.625 billion. So everything becomes worse. Why this happened is because the cost of revenue increased at 32.3%. So you can easily see the revenue increased at only 26%, and the cost of revenue increased at 32%. So the net income decreased. That's it. She is not losing on this quarter. She just earned very little. She is not losing. So I have did a very rough calculation. For the yearly payback capital plus interest is 1.7 billion. The cash on hand is 4.75 billion, and the net income per year is about 1.87 billion. So you can through this very simple calculation, you can see that it will not have any net income, because all the net incomes been go to payback for the capital and the interest, right? So that's why the share price suddenly drops, and it still holds PE 140. This is ridiculous, because you can see the net income is decreased. You have to ask her why the cost of revenue increased so sharp. I don't know. So we will see more data in the later screen. This is from the quarterly report, and you can see the prediction from Salesforce on next year still dropping. This is a prediction from her on the quarterly report. This one just the forecast. The black line is the forecast for 2022. So just for you to take a look, not indicating anything. And this, you can see, all the expenditure increased very sharply. For general and administrative, increased more than 50%, 50%. Research and capital and development increased more than 50%. Even the marketing and sales increased more than 30%. So the net income dropped very sharply. So you need to ask her. You need to ask her why the fixed expenditure increases so sharp. I know that now everything become expensive, not only in the States, not even in United States. It's in the whole world, including Hong Kong, including China. And the point is, a good company have the mold. What we mean have the mold is it has the ability to transfer the money, the expenditure, to the consumers. That means you can increase the price. But seems Salesforce cannot. That's the problem. Seems Salesforce cannot. McDonald's can. McDonald's increasing price already. McDonald's increasing price. Costco increasing price. Target increasing price already. All right. But seems not Salesforce because a lot of competitors there. This is the revenue from Snack. This is first time we see the revenue from Snack after it bought Snack for nearly 1 year, right? So you can see the revenue increase is not bad. In America, in Europe, in Asia Pacific, but we don't know the net income, right? Just the revenue. The increment for Snack year over year is still okay. And this is the revenue distribution geographically for Salesforce. So about 70% of the income comes from America, more than 70%, and then about 20% is from Europe. Then the balance is from Asia Pacific. Just let you know. So the point is, I always love Adobe because Adobe has the ability to increase the price because her service is unique. You cannot find a copy. If you want to do some artwork, drawing, 3D design, then you don't have much choice, right? Adobe is not fully overlap with Salesforce. They only overlap in very small portion. And I love Adobe is because the software very complicated. Very complicated. It's not easy for you to copy her, right? Not easy. So you can see Salesforce share price history. It also drops. You see the right hand corner, it also drops. But it quickly bounced back because the result, the performance is good. I will have the analyze the performance of Adobe in our Hong Kong channels. Always my topic for Adobe. Okay, today we share up to here, and if you have any stock then you want me to analyze, you can email to me by usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com or leave your message under the YouTube. And please give me a like if you like this video, and any comment and then share are welcome. So please help to press the subscribe button and then press the bell icon next to it. So whenever there is a new video uploaded, YouTube will inform you. Okay, today is a Friday. I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. Let us see next week. Bye-bye.